Today is June 12th, 2020. The time is 6:07 p.m. And right now I just got caught in the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest. Let's follow them for a little bit. How's everyone doing today? The time is now 6:08 p.m., 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 29 degrees Celsius. This is 5th Avenue and 42nd Street. Yes, I will be safe. Thank you for your concern. Here's 42nd Street looking down. Someone's banging on the mailboxes too. No, that's definitely not what they're chanting. This is history, folks, what's happening now. Thank you, Gil Garza. I don't know where they're walking to, but we'll find out. I'm right now on 5th Avenue and 43rd Street. got t-shirts available too. So many people out here protesting. Take a look at this behind me here. Look at all these people, my goodness. They're all voicing their opinion in something they believe in. Very energetic, these folks. By the way, I'm just reporting this. I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I don't want to offend anyone. Thank you, Gil Garza, for $9.99. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm guessing they're going to go all the way to Central Park at this point. Maybe Gracie Mansion. It'd be cool to see where they go. Take a look at their outfits too. Some are dressed colorful, some are in black. This person's board was with some flowers. Interesting messages here. Thank you, Angelina Asbury Holmes, with $5. Grateful to know you're on the streets, but be safe. Always sure you're walking. Thank you. I will be safe. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Their energy is very infectious. Very well organized, very peaceful. Well, that's to be expected because I'm covering this, but you know, I'm trying to keep it neutral. People are going to say what they want to say, so it's going to be impossible to get everybody. Yeah, I don't encourage the looting at all. It's not good to destroy your own city like that. lot of cars joining in here with their horns, the drivers. Looks like this group is pausing here right at the entrance of the Diamond District, 47th Street. Thank you very much. You're thanking me for covering this. I have to. It's part of history. Joanne Zapata with $3. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm not sure where everybody's going. Probably to Gracie Mansion at this point. Dax Coco, thank you for the 2 pounds.
Desert right up in El Paso.
I like that gigantic American flag up there. I'm not political. By the way, Fifth Avenue is open. They took the boards down over here at Club Monaco. Alan's asking if lootings are still a thing. Not that I know of. I mean, it's gotten a lot more peaceful from what I've heard, but I can imagine it still might go on. Now these people are taking a knee. Let me see if I can go into Rockefeller Center right now. I know Rockefeller Center, they've closed it off ever since the city's been on lockdown. By the way, Saks Fort Avenue is still here. Look at all these guys, man. Anyone who wants to loot Saks Fifth Avenue, be my guest, because these guys are not gonna put up with your crap. Not at all. I don't see the dogs though. No dogs. Before they had guard dogs there. There is no more curfew in New York. That got rid of, I think on Sunday. Here's Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center, not able to get in. The same thing as before. And they also have security here with the guard dog. F11, I'm Chinese American. All right, the protesters are coming up now. You know what I'll do? I think I'll let them pass. And then I'll come along on the back. The back might be interesting. Thank you, Norma Jean Garza, with $5. Someone waved to us. That was cool. We got some backup support here.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Food!
What do you want?
Food! Dinner! I just said it. They say, what do we want? Food! Dinner! Yes! Okay, let's go on, folks. Joanne Zapata with $5. Thank you. Action Kid matters. Boom, 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 boom. Action Kid matters. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now that we got that short segment out of the way, let's go and check out First Avenue, I think. Maybe I'll cover Lexington Avenue. Vicious 0111, I wasn't political there. I just showed what was going on, that's all. These people are out here expressing their opinion and their constitutional rights, so what's going on in the world is very unstable. People are unhappy, so they're taking to the streets, they're demanding action and change. That's the way it is now. Why am I waiting for the light? There's no cars. Wow, look at the elaborate boards they have here. It's like angled and horizontal.
So I don't know what they can work with.
Vlad saying I triggered some people here. Well, if I did, then I'm sorry. But this is my channel and this is how I run it. I wanted to cover the protests and I'm not taking any sides. Whatever you think's your opinion. Here's the WeWork Tower. It's going to be interesting with all this vacant office space now, what they do with it. Right now I'm headed west. I think this is 40, forget what street this is, maybe 47th? No, this is 49th Street. '49th Street and Madison Avenue. I think I'll take a walk on Lexington. I haven't really covered Lexington Avenue in a while. But the city is slowly opening up, folks. Every day I'm out on the streets, I see more people coming out now. New York City has been under phase 1 reopening ever since Monday. Phase 2 is not going to start until at least another 2 weeks from Monday. Listen, the way I see it, there's bad people and there's good people in every color, every nationality. There's bad cops, there's good cops, there's bad people, there's good people. There's bad animals and there's good animals too. I don't discriminate. That's all. Here's Duke. I don't know what Duke is. Starbucks coffee. Whoa, they got some different colored signs on Starbucks. What do we got here? Why do they have different signs just to show that Starbucks is open? We got a yellow sign and we got a green one. And then there's a pink or purple. I guess they need to have more colors of the rainbow. Where's the blue sign? The blue sign, they need like the indigo one. What's that that acronym to do all the colors of the rainbow? Oh no, I remember what it was. It's Roy G. Biv. Mr. Roy G. Biv needs to be on that Starbucks window front. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. That's what it stands for. Vivian's asking when I'm eating dinner, when I'm finished with this live stream. I am still a little bit hungry, but I can wait. All right, next block is Lexington. We'll check out how Hotel Alley is doing on Lexington Avenue and also the Little India section. What time will the sun set? Around, I think around 8:30 or so, maybe around 8:15. Edward, I use the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal for my live streams. This isn't the only walk I did today. I also did a pre-recorded walk along 42nd Street, showing what was going on. Thank you, Marjorie, for $5. Thanks for posting history. I rock for something to buy dinner. You're welcome. I will get some nice dinner after this. Still got some leftovers at home though, but if I don't have enough, then I'll go out and get something to cook up. H. Robin, I did do a sunset of Manhattan Henge. That was about 2 weeks ago. I have it on my channel. I tried to film it while riding my bicycle down 42nd Street, and also I got a beautiful one in Long Island City. The sunset right between the buildings. It was great. I want to cross the street because I find this side of Lexington is a lot better. Abab, I do have a second YouTube channel. It's the Black and Shadow channel, but I haven't really been posting there in a while. Mainly because I haven't gotten myself to go out in the rain yet to go record. And it hasn't really been raining too frequently in New York. That channel mainly has to do with inclement weather walks. Here's the Marriott Hotel. I know the Marriotts and the other hotels are suffering a lot right now. Marriott, Hilton, Best Western, all of them. I think most hotels, they won't open up until at least phase 4. Phase 4 has to do with the tourism industry. Right now, we're still on phase 1 of the New York City economy reopening. I gotta mute the video because YouTube copyright rules are annoying, but I don't know what song that was. Here's the Lexington Hotel, as well as Crunch Fitness. Sad to see that fitness centers and gyms are all closed right now. Now people have to get their exercise in other ways. A lot of people actually watch my videos walking on treadmills. So it's a good way to watch my videos and get exercise at the same time, or use a stationary bicycle. There was one viewer who actually emailed me the other day. He was like, man, I love your channel. Like, I'm hooked on your channel, but the thing is, like, my wife is yelling at me now because I spend so much time watching your videos and I'm getting fat. And I told him, a lot of people, they watch my videos on a treadmill, so that's an idea you can do. So that's one negative way that my channel is affecting people. And I'm sorry if you're getting fat from my videos, sitting around and watching them, but I'll give you a secret too. Before I really started like live streaming my walks and recording my walks also, I was actually watching other people's YouTube walks and YouTube videos while I was walking myself in this city. It requires a lot of like multitasking ability to do that, but if you're not in a big city, then I can imagine it'll be easier. Thank you, Alstira35 for $19.99. Appreciate it so much, man. These buses are still in full force. All the express buses are still running, although you do have to pay full price for them. The local buses are free still. I am not used to just crossing the street and it being empty like this. I still am not. Fresh and Co. while Fresh and Co is completely closed. It's not even open for takeout. You see, I would think a salad place would be easy to like do takeout. You just place your order on the app and then you just bring it to the door. But I guess even that, it doesn't warrant being open now. There's a dollar pizza place to my left. Did I just pass it? Oh wait, here it is. 99-cent pizza. It's not a dollar pizza, it's 99 cents. So if you eat 100 pizza slices, you'll get one free. Unfortunately, I don't think you want to eat 100 pizza slices. You know, many businesses, they won't even give you the penny back because it's a lot of trouble just to give a penny. But legally, they're supposed to give you the penny if you ask for it. Personally, I'm not really like bothered if I don't get a penny and change back. I just tell them to keep it because pennies right now are hard to carry around.
No problem.
Here's Grand Central Terminal. Grand Central Terminal is probably very quiet as usual now. U.S. Postal Service across the street. There's a post office inside Grand Central Terminal. Wow, Bath and Body Works and White Barn boarded up. Made in Brazil, 18 millimeter, 23 by 32. That's the type of wood they're using. I would think at some point these boards will have to come down, but I don't know when that'll be. Probably when phase 2 comes, I would think, at the very minimum. Because that's when most of the office workers return to Midtown. Phase 2, I think, is June 22nd at the very minimum. But I think our Mayor de Blasio, he's intent on keeping the city closed until at least early July. So we'll see what happens.
You don't even look the same anymore. You don't look the same. All this crazy stuff that you did.
Thank you, Calvin System, for $8. I feel like I'm in New York City with the best tour guide in town. You're very welcome. I think I'm much more than a tour guide, though. Some people say that I'm a reporter, I'm a journalist, I'm a documentary person, I'm a tour guide. I kind of like try to fit all those right now. I'm just an average dude, a good friend. I've gotten a lot of like comments. I'm also Shadow Man. Yeah, I guess I am Shadow Man too after a few days ago. Someone just tripped. I didn't catch that on camera though. All right, here's 42nd Street. Looking down, straight down 42nd, Grand Central Viaduct. Here's the Cipriani building. And I can't forget the building right next to me that I'm standing under. I can't really look up now. I'll wait till I cross the streets just to show you which building I'm right underneath. All right, let's cross the street. All right, here we go. Here's the Chrysler building, which is gonna get its own observation deck. They're building the observation deck, and I think it's gonna open next year maybe, or the year after that. Who knows at this time if their deadlines are gonna be finished. But this competed with the Empire State Building to be the tallest building in the world, but the Empire State Building beat it. But it's pretty cool because let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. It's an Art Deco skyscraper. The architect was William Van Allen, and there's elements of the auto industry on the side of this building. Yeah, I can't really zoom in that much, but at the top there's actually like cars on the side of the building. So it's pretty neat, really. Darryl, I'm not sure if it was the former tallest building. I know the Empire State Building beat it. There were rumors of the Chrysler building hiding a huge spire just to put it up. But the Empire State Building got a bigger spire and a taller one, so that claimed the throne at that time. Yeah, a lot of people do say the Chrysler building is prettier, bite back. It's definitely unique. Or it was the tallest building only for a month. All right, so I guess Chrysler building was the tallest building in the world for just a short while. That's it. Gourmet cafe every day. Face mask required inside now. This is what's happening. Gray me for Prez, meant to be in New York now, but vacation had to be canceled due to everything. Yeah, unfortunately that's how it is, and for a lot of people. I mean, I just wish that the world would just go back to what it was before, that we're able to freely travel and go places and just interact with people in general without having to feel weird about it or be like socially awkward. That's what I feel right now. That the term I want to like classify is not social distancing or wearing masks and staying home and protesting and stuff. One word just defines it now. This whole thing now is just so socially awkward. I just want to say that. Socially awkwardness. I just wish there was no more social awkwardness at all. This nail salon's for rent now. Oh my gosh. Nail salons are gonna be really interesting to open up. And the nail salons, they rely on a lot of volume too, because they're not really making a lot of the profit margin. Just wait for this car to go. Nail salons are protesting in California. I mean, there's gonna be protests all over the place now, I think, whether it's for one reason or the other. Just the other day, I saw the hospital in Astoria. The hospital workers were protesting for recognition, better wages, and better treatment. So, if you have a concern now, people are voicing their opinion. That's how it is. Thank you, Bill Seitz, for $10. Watch out for the crazy stalker. I mean, you gotta be careful of anyone who comes up to you and acts awkward and doesn't respect your personal space. That's all. Just be aware of your surroundings. All right, I think the Little India section of Lexington Avenue is coming up soon, if not already. I think this neighborhood's name is called Murray Hill, if I'm not mistaken. There's also another Murray Hill neighborhood in the borough of Queens, near Flushing. But this Murray Hill is a lot more upscale. Benji, yes. Thanks for correcting me and confirming it. Athenia Hotel. I was in this hotel one time for a conference. Very beautiful inside. You know what? Instead of just walking down Lexington Avenue, let me go down this street here, 37th. I'll show you some of Murray Hill. Nice brownstones on Murray Hill. Although right now, Manhattan may be more empty than usual because I feel like those who had the means to leave and go to other places already left. Those who had other residences and people with money, because they don't want to deal with all this right now. It's much easier to travel somewhere else, lay low for a while. But most of the city's residents, they have no choice. They have their livelihoods here, they have their jobs. Look at some of these entrances. Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work bite back. She's saying a lot of people are moving upstate now and ready to commute. You know, that's another thing too. People were already complaining about the traffic driving in from the suburbs, like Nassau, Suffolk, Westchester, and parts of New Jersey near the city. What's gonna happen when the economy really opens up and now all these people who moved out to the suburbs need to commute to work again? The traffic's just gonna be so much worse in the suburbs. All right, let's go down to 36th Street and then go back. Businesses are finding offices in the suburbs too. Who knows? It may be the next suburb boom now. Businesses will move away from the big city just because that's where everybody's moving to, the suburbs. Throughout history, things change. Back in the 70s and 80s, many people didn't even want to live in New York City because of all the crime. There was a lot of suburb culture there, especially because that's where a lot of people moved after World War II. You had all these men who fought in World War II returning back home to the United States, and they needed a place to stay. So many of them moved to the suburbs and embraced the automobile. Back then, that was the big invention. Everyone had to own a car. They settled down in the suburbs and they commuted. They drove. And then slowly but surely, life came back to the cities again because people wanted to be where all the action was. They didn't want to commute anymore. And now it looks like things are moving out to the suburbs again. Yeah, that's another good point, NH Leva. People move away from the city as the blight moved in because they didn't want to deal with all the crime and all the poor service that the city was giving the residents and the people. In fact, during the 70s, New York City almost declared bankruptcy. People forgot about that, but it was really bad back then. And there was one point where the sanitation department wasn't even picking up the garbage from the streets. And people were leaving out the trash curbside. They would rot in the summertime and start smelling, and there was vermin all over the place. And it wasn't until the state took over that they collected the garbage. It was terrible. I mean, I hope New York City doesn't go down that same path, but considering what's going on right now, it's nothing compared to back then. I can't imagine what it would be like back then when you walk down the streets, say in like an unfamiliar neighborhood, and then someone comes up to you at gunpoint with gangs and garbage. Back then, it wasn't really the police department that was running New York City. It was all the local gangs and the groups there. You had the mafia running Little Italy. You had the Chinese gangs in Chinatown. You had the Albanians and the Greeks, the African American gangs, the Bloods and the Crips. Those were like the really bad times that really defined like the gritty New York that you saw in the movies. Thank you, Reniel Perez, with €5 from Madrid. Awesome live, awesome videos. Thanks and keep going. You're very welcome. Oh yeah, Judah Pinton. I remember hearing about that too. The president told New York City to drop dead because New York City was asking the federal government for money. And the president at that time was like, we don't need New York City. But New York City survived, folks. It's still here. Although right now, I have heard some like rumors that New York City is having some financial difficulties right now because people are moving out. The tax collections aren't as high as they used to be. Maybe it's a sign of what's to come, but I really hope not. Plus, what really is draining New York City right now are the New York City workers. New York City has hired a lot of people in city government throughout the years, and now they're faced with a lot of pension costs and healthcare costs that they didn't really expect. So if New York City is not careful, there could be a time when it owes a lot of money and it's going to have to declare bankruptcy or talk about it again. But from the looks of it, life is starting to return to New York City. The economy is opening up, although not as quickly as many have hoped. We're still on the phase 1, but you know, with any hope, people will come back to the city, start working again and supporting the economy, and New York City will thrive again. It may just take some time, but I really think that will happen in New York City again. Wow, a lot of people are old enough to remember the drop dead line. My goodness. That's way before my time. Yeah, Rosalie, people aren't really leaving New York City in masses, but the people who are, they can right now. Andy to pop with $3 Canadian. Thank you so much, Andy. All right, it's 7:01, but I don't hear any clapping or cheering anymore. I got carried away. I kept walking down Park Avenue when I was supposed to go down Lexington. But it's okay, I'll go on Lexington right now. I hear some faint noises. I'm not sure though. I heard some whistling. Okay, so it's still on. Not as loud as it used to be. Whoa. Take a look at this. Is this a rip-off of the New York City subway sign or what? GLR instead of 456. It does look cool, actually. Maybe I can get one, although there's no K train. I think there used to be a K train though. I can do AK for my advertisement. Okay, I'm still hearing whistling and it's 3 minutes past. Oh, there was a K train during Hurricane Sandy and during the 70s. I kind of remember seeing old maps. There used to be a K train. It ran on the blue line. There was also an JFK Express train, but that wasn't very popular. But there's so many subway lines that came and went too. Some of them include the shuttle trains, double letter trains, the K train, the 9 train. The 9 train was, I think, the last numbered train to disappear from New York. It used to run on the 1 train line. Man, that was like so old if you remember the double letter trains. I think it would be kind of cool. My train's super special because it has two letters. 1 R is not enough. I need a double R. You can say double L, the double L, W. I remember it was so confusing too. Before, there was like multiple Q trains. I don't think you heard me because of those buses, but I'll repeat it. Man, there's still buses coming down. Yeah, there's multiple Q trains. There was the QM and the QB, and then the Q something. It was so confusing. Like, which Q train are you taking? The QB or the QL, whatever. I can see why they got rid of those double letters. And then the double letters also. They were confusing for people because they didn't know which ones to take. And double letters, I think, were local trains, and single letters were express. Something like that. The Ben 44, thank you for $2. Appreciate it, man. And also on the subway, sometimes the letters stayed, but the colors changed. Like the Q train used to be a orange train, and now it's a yellow train. And then the M train, as in Mary, used to be brown, now it's orange. Thank you, In America 3. Am I streaming Manhattan Henge on July 11th? That could be an idea. You just gave me an idea. Here's the Little India section of Lexington Avenue that I was talking about. Oh, look at this. This store is open. Well, right now it says closed, but they have their store hours. So I think if you call up the store, place an order, they'll deliver it to you by the door. So this store is open under phase 1 of the New York City reopening. So it's good that I came down here to the local business area, because you really get a sense of what's really open at this time. It's one thing for the big retailers to close, like Best Buy, Barnes & Noble, Reebok, Uniqlo, things of that nature. But when you have stores like this closing, then you know that something's really up. But these are all like wholesalers and distributors, folks. Spices and I even smell spices right now in my nose. I'm gonna sneeze from a spice. Wow, that's how strong the spice store was. I was able to smell the spices outside the store, and I getting an itchy nose from it. Oh my gosh. If you're hungry, do not wait outside a spice store because you're just gonna get hungrier. And I'm already hungry. I still smell the spice from down here. Oh my goodness. Lunch and dinner special, $9.99, Handi. That's a good price. Wow. New York City has some great ethnic foods, especially in this area. Indian food, Middle Eastern food, things of that nature. Tangra masala. Wow, look at this place. Since 2001. You know what's one thing good about having a mask? I have my mask up now. It's filtering the spices so I don't sneeze from it. So that's one benefit to having a mask. You wear it down Spice Avenue and I don't have to smell the spices and get allergies. So let me address some of the super chats I got back there. Lamb Brian with 20 bucks. Thank you, dude. Man, you rock. Omar Kaba with CLP 6500. Yes, thank you. And from Julio Cesar Perdomo, CLP 15,000. From Colombia, from Julio and Amparo. Yes, man, thank you. I'm saying thank you from New York. This one's closed. Thai's noodles. Let's see what that sign says. It says business hour update. Closed from 14th to April 30th or until further notice. I think it's until further notice now. It's way past April 30th. Yeah, that's another thing too. Someone was mentioning about the Indian spice levels. I can't handle more than like the basic level. If I go to like a medium or the most spicy, I cannot handle that meal at all. For me, just the least spicy one is good enough for me. I have been trying to increase my tolerance level, but I still don't like eating really spicy food. I can handle it, but too much, my goodness, some of them can really get spicy. Yeah, I know, that's one thing. Milk does help with the spices, but it doesn't help when you eat a really hot pepper without noticing it. One time I was in a Thai restaurant and I thought it was just a green pepper that I was eating, and it was not a green pepper at all. It was one of their most spiciest peppers, and I just had to ask the waiter, like, bring me milk, bring me milk. And they just kept giving me glasses of half and half just to calm all the, I think it might have been jalapeno or whatever that super pepper was that I ate by accident. It's the seeds that really make the thing spicy. It's not really the pepper itself. Subway, please stand here, please stand here, and please stand here. Interesting. Let me check out across the street. There's some more like local businesses over there. Yeah, really. How are those seeds so spicy? They're so tiny and they pack like so much heat. A neat little trick, if you don't know, to get rid of squirrels in your garden is to sprinkle some chili pepper on the soil where they travel. That'll keep the squirrels away from your produce and your flowers and your garden. Here's a convenience store. Abhi and Father. Hair salon, Aza Hair. Brazilian and keratin for 150 bucks. Nancy Fonesca with $10. Thank you. Appreciate it. If anyone wants to know how much haircuts cost, shampoo and cut is $28.70. And blow dry is $25.80. And blow dry and shampoo long hair is $35. I'm not sure how these prices will stay once the hair salons will open, because they're gonna be swamped when they reopen again. I just know it. You know, one thing about these hair salons also, some people are actually traveling away from New York City just to get their hair cut, because places around New York City already opened the hair salons. So the people who have the means to travel to get their hair cut, they're gonna do it. I know many people who have taken their cars, driven out to Long Island and wait for the hair salon. There's one person I know who went out to Long Island. They went to Nassau County and he waited 2 hours just to get his hair cut. Can you imagine that? That's how much in demand and how busy the hairstylist is, that you need to wait 2 hours to get your hair cut. And this is with an appointment too. With an appointment and going out there, 2 hours to get your hair cut. Or you can risk calling the home barber. Sometimes I've passed by signs like in the Bronx, and I think with another one in Queens, they had a sign up that said home haircut available, and here's my number. Technically that's illegal to do, to call a home barber, but you know, sometimes people, they just want to take the chance. Can you really blame the hairstylist or the barber for doing a haircut in the middle of a pandemic when they don't have money? You know, they just gotta really hustle. All right, folks, this is Baruch College. Baruch. This is the city's business school. City University of New York Business School. But a lot of scaffolding. Let me go around that way. I'll show you what it looks around the other side at Baruch. John Walter, your sister went to Baruch College. Wow. So shout out to John's sister who went to this building here. You know, for the longest time, I think there's been construction on this side of Baruch College. I think even 2 years ago, I remember riding my bicycle down here and still seeing this setup. So I think now would be a good time to finish it when there's no students studying for classes, but we'll see. Toby7 with 200 Japanese yen. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's go around to this side of Baruch College. Squeegee dude with $5. Thank you. Asking me how's it going. I'm doing great here. Right by Baruch College. So you get to see what a closed up college looks like right now. Then again, I don't expect to see many people here even on a normal day because summer semester, spring semester, spring semester already ended. Here's the front entrance of Baruch College, the administrative center. Ugh. I think Baruch College, you gotta do some cleaning around here. I don't wanna be walking in pigeon poop. This entrance got neglected and now it's a pigeon nesting area. I just spotted one. Yeah, we have aggressive pigeons now. Now that there's less people in the city, they get to just fly wherever they want and take up residence in abandoned buildings now. Free tuition, I know. These birds have it so good here. You'd rather have pigeons than rats? Yeah, I'd rather have pigeons than rats also. I think pigeons are a lot nicer looking than rats. Cliff Cannon, $2 from St. Albans, Queens. All right. And David, your last name got cut off, but thank you for $9.99, number one fan, and Christian for €5 for your next ice cream, whatever. Thank you, all of you, for your generous support. Chris, you've been pooped on your arm. I'm pretty sure almost anyone who's lived in the city has gotten pooped on at least once. Sometimes even on video, I've gotten pooped on. There was one day I was riding my bicycle in Central Park, out in the open in the loop road in the middle, and I got pooped on my fingers. Like there wasn't even a single tree around me, and I got pooped in the middle of the road. Bite back, you never got pooped on? Uh-oh. Don't say that or you're gonna jinx it. All right, here is the city's most exclusive park. This is Gramercy Park or Gramercy Park. I think it's called Gramercy Park. Let me know if the first pronunciation was the correct way to say it. But this is a very exclusive park. You can only get into this park if you have the key. Gramercy Park, only open to the public on 2 days. No, I think it's only 1 day, and that's Christmas Eve. Montana and Mendy with $5. Thank you so much. Saying thanks for what you do. I've been watching you for years. Appreciate it, man. So I want to tell you an interesting story about Gramercy Park. So there was a story on, I forget where I read it, but I remember reading this. Some people, they rented an Airbnb and it included the key to get into this park. So they got into this park, they used the key, and they started recording inside the park. And they got caught, and were told they couldn't record inside the park, even though they had the key. So I don't know if why it's so exclusive. You can't even record inside this park. I mean, you can peer into the park just fine from the outside, but for this park to be so exclusive that you can't even film inside, I don't know what that means. Yeah, you can read up the article. I need to read it again. It just came back to me when I came to this park. How do the people get in? Because they have the key. They live in one of these buildings around here. It's one of the most exclusive things you can own in New York City, the key to this park. If you live in any one of these buildings here, you probably have access to a key. But it's one of the exclusive perks of living in Gramercy Park. When I say Gramercy Park, Gramercy Park. You live here, you get access to the city's most exclusive park. It's also very frowned upon to door jump after someone leaves and you hold the door open and then you get in. You can't do that either. Cliff Cannon with $5. One day try to cover a town of St. Albans in your video. I keep trying to go there one day, but it's just very far and kind of out of the way for me, but I'll try one day. Here it is, the plaque for Gramercy Park Historic District. New York City's only surviving private park. Buyers of the lots became joint owners of the park and each received a key to the gate. You see, they have to really put it out here. Timmy E with $5. God's creation belongs to everyone. All right, awesome. So each of the people here who live in these buildings, they own a part of this park and they're gained access to this park. But it's the city's only private park. But let's film inside this park, will we? From the outside so we don't get in trouble. You're allowed to do this, but once you step inside the gate and you record, then you can't for some reason. But nice statue there. I don't know what statue that is. And nice fountain. Bird fountain there, flowers. It is a beautiful park. I just wish that I was able to go inside and walk around, but it's so exclusive that you can't do that. That was a sundial, wow. There were 383 keys in circulation. Wow. So, very exclusive. Look at this. I love this bouquet here. Such an exclusive park. You can see right from the outside, and you can see like almost everything inside the park, but you can't walk inside. Why am I getting so excited over this park? I don't know why. Here's one of the park's benches. Nice little bush hedges there. And there's another bench over there. That one looks very interesting. There's two different types of benches. There's one there, and then you have this design. All right, I think you had enough to see of that exclusive park. We didn't have to get in trouble by walking inside the park and starting to record, but you can peer at it all you want from the outside. That's accepted.
So he's gonna have to draw up his little corner as well. They're not actually.
Seductive Arts, that park doesn't look special to pay close to $400 to own a key yearly. That's how much it costs to own a key? $400 a year? Wow. Just to access that park. My goodness. Thank you, Timmy E, for $2. Get a shot of whiskey in a bar. That's just for the key, $400 a year. And I think you have to be a member of one of those properties in order to even just access the park. Yeah, I don't drink hard liquor. My body doesn't really react too well to alcohol. So I'm walking towards the Flatiron district right now. I think I'll end it at the Flatiron building because I am getting hungry. I'll head back to Astoria. By the way, there's a famous building here. I forget which one it is. I think it's a president's birth home here. Let me walk over there because I forgot already. Oh, I was right. It's the Theodore Roosevelt Historic Site. the birthplace of Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah, he was born in that place. It's still standing. Jane Asbury with $4.99. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here's WeWork and Bluestone Lane. Bluestone Lane, great coffee place. Don't think it's open though. Yeah, not open. Wow, looks like it's changing. It's not Bluestone Lane anymore. It's turning into WeWork, the shared office company. I wonder if WeWork is gonna be, sustainable now, because WeWork owns a lot of property and they're having trouble now leasing them all out. Yeah, WeWork is kind of like a lot of companies who try to like raise a lot of money and they don't have like the I guess the financial backing behind it. WeWork is kind of like We Done now. It's kind of like the company Uber. If you know Uber, the ride-sharing service, I don't think that company's ever been profitable since it started, Uber. But yet, Uber is still like in business and they're all over the place. It's just the name. And in recent news, Hertz, the car rental company, they actually declared bankruptcy. And I was following like the news for the stock market before, and they said that Hertz declared bankruptcy, and for some reason the price of their stock is like 3 times higher than where they declared bankruptcy at, and it's just like crazy. So I don't know why people are buying into Hertz stock when they already declared bankruptcy. I just want to give people a warning there. I know there's a lot of like unintelligent people who like think chasing a bankrupt company would be a good idea, but I can already tell you that stock is not going to be worth like $6 or $2 or whatever. Then again, this is not financial advice. I'm not like a financial person, so don't follow my advice because you may get burned from it or not, but that's just my opinion. B-Ben 44, your uncle chased Hertz stock. Oh no. It is, what I do want to mention though is that Hertz, you can go to their website and look at their auto section now. They're selling a lot of cars for much cheaper. So if you want a discount automobile, you can go to Hertz's website and you can get some used cars. Whoa, look at this, folks. Looks like hashtag BLM is here. I started with hashtag BLM and now I'm ending with them. So Flatiron District, this was not planned, folks. Whoa, the sun's setting right in between the buildings. Oh, we have the, I think this might be the same group, folks. I see the upside down flag person again, unless it's a part of a different thing. I'm gonna do the opposite walk towards them.
Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up!
Thank you, Timmy.
Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too! Wake up, wake up! This is your fight too!
All right, folks, I'm gonna end this live stream here. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to like it, comment down below, and subscribe for some more adventures. We got to see a lot of things here, including Black Lives Matter protests, Lexington Avenue, some history, a lot of everything in this stream. So I'll catch you all next time, folks. Bye-bye.